West Coast, good afternoon East Coast, hello to everybody in between and outside. It's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great Mother's Day. It is Sunday, Mother's Day. What is this, May 12th? Yeah, May 12th. Hope everybody's having a great day, and if you're a mother or an aunt or somebody that is responsible for children, happy Mother's Day. I don't know who all to include with that, but yeah, that works, right? That works. So glad to see everybody. We got Mike, we got Judy, Irish Sail Lady, Flicky Cheeky, Paula, Lori, Dawn, Michelle, Joy T is here, Jacqueline's here, Frank is here. Good to see you, Frank. Jean is here. Michelle's Crafts and More is here. Good to see all of you. So glad to have you here today. We might have a few less people here today because, of course, it is Mother's Day. And so a lot of people are celebrating that, at least here in the United States. Outside of the United States, maybe not so much. But here in the United States, it is Mother's Day. So that means that we will probably have less people hanging out with us today. And that is totally okay. We got Math Geek. We got Catherine. Again, guys, thank you, Mike, Math Geek, and Catherine for being channel members. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate your support. And of course, if you're here and you're not a channel member, I appreciate you as well, because you just watching my video and hanging out with me, giving it thumbs up, commenting, liking, doing all the things helps out my channel. So I greatly appreciate all of you. Anna's here today. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. Math Geek. Shelby. There we go. That's... I knew your name and it was like, I know her name. I know her name. Come on, click. There it went. Shelby. Good to see you, Shelby. Josie's here. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms in the chat. Absolutely. So glad to have you all here today. As we start with every show, we got show notes to talk about. First of all, if you are in the chat right now and you are a member, you might notice something new next to your name. If you're a channel member, you might see a spool of thread next to your name. I went through and updated the channel members. So channel members now have a spool of thread next to their name, and that will change colors depending on how long they've been a channel member. However long you've been a channel member, that will change colors. So if you look at Mike's icon right next to him, he just became a channel member not too long ago, and so he's got a blue kind of unruly spool of thread. But if you take a look at let's see here, Catherine's spool next to her name is green, and I don't remember how long that's been. I put them in and I forget which month means what color. But anyways, as you progress in the months, it'll actually change colors. And if you get up to like 36 months, I think it is, it becomes a rainbow spool of thread. And then it's like 48 months, becomes a golden spool of thread. So super cool and I love that. And if you are a channel member, you also get to use some of those emojis in the chat. So if you go down into the chat right now and click the little emoji button, there's an emoji of me, there's an emoji of the two spools. We got the blue spool of thread and then the rainbow spool of thread. And then there's also a sewing machine that you can use in chat. If you want to become a channel member, you do not have to. It is a great way to support me and everything that I do here on YouTube, but please do not ever feel like you have to become a channel member. Channel members get small perks like the emojis. They also get access to videos slightly before everybody else does. So if you'd like to become a channel member and support me here, I would love for you to do that, but it is not required. My content will still always be free. There's just a few perks for those who do become channel members to give them a little extra. So that way it feels, I try to make it balanced for everyone. So Laura says, hello everyone. I don't often catch a live, so I'm super excited. I hope everybody's having a great Mother's Day. I'm so glad you could make it, Laura. I'm glad that you could make the live stream today and get to hang out with us. Joan says, hi Ian and all the chat. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We hope you have a great day. Absolutely. And if you are celebrating Mother's Day by spending time alone in your sewing room, that sounds like a good day to me. Sounds like a really good day. All right. So there you go. And Joy T says, I can say hi. Absolutely you can. And I appreciate you and everyone who hangs out here, because literally I could not do this without y'all. Having y'all here is why I'm on YouTube. So, all right, let's see. Next week, let's talk about next week. Next week, I don't know if there's going to be a live yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm actually going to be hanging out with Leo. Leo Ransom, if you're not familiar with him, he is an awesome, awesome portrait quilt artist, and he and I are going to be hanging out because I have a project that I would like to work on, and he and I are going to get to spend some time together working on that project. So I'm super excited about that. As for the live stream, I don't know if it's going to happen, to be honest. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to take a week off, or do I want to include him and do a live stream with him, just chit-chatting? I don't know. Stay tuned to my channel. You'll know if there's an event, it will pop up like it always does. And if we don't have an event, don't worry though, you can still guess where I'm going to be, because I am going to put another clue up next week. And you can do that by checking out the link. If you'd like to make a guess today, I have another clue for you, so don't worry. I have another clue that you can check out. Jackie's here. Good morning, Ian. Hello, Jackie. Good to see you. Linda says, happy Sunday from Greater Kansas City. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Kansas. Well, for me, it's a little bit rainy. It's a little rainy and a little cool, and I'm very much okay with that. I absolutely love that. Ronnie says, love Leo. He is such an amazing artist and teacher. He really is. I'm super excited for this. It is going to be so much fun. I have a great piece of artwork that I want to work on, and I'm super excited he's taking the time to help me out with it. So Becca's here, and she says, let's get to that clue. All right, Becca, all right. The clue, are you ready for it? Are you ready for this week's clue? This one's a bigger clue. I've kind of given a little smaller clues, but this one's going to be a bigger clue today. And that clue is I will be moving east of my current location. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I gave the clue that I will be moving north of my current location. So take DFW and do a horizontal line. I'll be moving somewhere north of my current location. And then if you take my location and draw a vertical line, I will be moving somewhere east of my current location. So it's kind of a bigger clue, right? Kind of a bigger clue. It's going to be somewhere north and east of my current location. Now that's still a pretty wide area. Like that's a pretty good part of America still. But I think I have taken out a few guesses that people had. So there's the clue for today. If I don't end up getting a clue, if I don't do a live stream next week, don't worry. I will have that clue on that form. You can go check it out. If you type in the chat right now, exclamation point, where's Ian? No apostrophe, no spaces, nothing. Where's Ian? You can go over to the form and make a guess if you'd like to make it. Tammy says, celebrating Mother's Day and my daughter's 5th birthday. Happy birthday to your daughter. That's awesome. All right. Joyce says, love the quilt behind you. Thank you. This is the Puzzle Mystery Quilt Carnival. I was about to say Petting Zoo. It is Carnival in the colorway Petting Zoo, and I love how it turned out. It's really, really pretty. Last thing for today, sewing tips video from A Sewing Life. If you check out my community tab here on YouTube, if you click the community tab, I've actually shared a video. I was asked to be a part of a sewing tips video of all male crafters. Now it's a lot of seamstress and like garment making included in that video, but there are a few quilters and other sewists involved in that video, and I'm so honored that I was asked. There's even like a great British sewing competition. There are a couple of artists who were involved with that, and I'm like, wow, here I am, little me here in Texas. But it's kind of crazy. So check out that video. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so honored that I was asked to be a part of it. So check it out. The Debt-Free Quilter says that's still like half the country that you've named. There's a reason. So it will continue to get a little more condensed. Like I'm gonna start really honing in where that location is. Remember, you only get one guess. So if you guess wrong, it's got to be the right state. If you get the right state, you will be entered into that gift card, or the drawing for the gift card. So Becca says, he's not moving to Arizona. Not Arizona. It's not Arizona. So there you go. Sharon says, hello, everybody. Hello. Glad to see you here today. All right, so let's talk about what we're going to do today. We are going to be working on the Gravity Quilt Kit. This Gravity Quilt Kit was sent to me from Threaded Lines. She asked me to do an unboxing for her on this channel. Jennifer did. And I said, yes, I've wanted to do this quilt for a very long time. And today we're going to be working on block number 5. I've gotten all my pieces organized, and we're going to go ahead and start piecing it. month. I was looking at the blocks. This pattern's really well thought out because it starts off with some much easier blocks and slowly is getting into the more complex blocks. So I really like how this pattern is laid out. Really love this quilt. And if you're interested in 2025, I think Jaybird Quilts is going to be doing another sew along for this quilt kit, but they're going to be doing it in the Stonehenge colorway. So all the fabrics will be Stonehenge. If you're interested in that kit, go over to Threaded Lines. They have a kit available for pre-order where you can purchase the kit alone, or you can purchase the kit and the instruction book, which sorry, I hit the mic. I wanted to make another one of these quilts in the future, maybe using Tula fabrics. That would be pretty cool, right? So anyways, we're going to be working on block number 5 today, which is Celestial, and I've gone ahead and cut all my pieces. I actually cut them just last night. So we're going to be working on that. We're going to make our 2 blocks for Celestial. And, I am starting on this. So I've got to work on pulling all these together and creating our block. So we're just going to do that. We're going to do that. Catherine says it rules out Oregon. It sure does. It does rule out Oregon. Hopefully y'all been having fun trying to guess where this is. I've looked through the answers, and there have been I think 55 people have made their guess as to where I'm moving. So it's been fun watching these answers come in and seeing where everybody's kind of thinking about. All right, so I'm just gonna pull out all of my fabric. Like I said, I just cut all these last night. I was working on a project until late last night, and then I was like, oh, I gotta cut the pieces for the gravity because I didn't want y'all to sit here watching me cut fabric. That's not fun. Sylvia says, have you looked at the Fat Quarter Shop Tula Block of the Month? I have. Several people have mentioned that to me, and it looks super cool, but unfortunately with the move comes a lot of things, including time and cost, and unfortunately neither of those are in my budget, time-wise or money-wise. I'm kind of shocked at how expensive it is to move. So unfortunately, I won't be taking part in that. It looks super cool, and I can't wait to see everybody work on it. But unfortunately, it's just not going to happen for me. Mary says, Happy Mother's Day. Actually, Mary H. Also, if you know the Crafty Panda, Mary, she just bought a new car. I saw it on her Facebook page the other day, and I was like, that is so awesome. She has a brand new car, and I don't even remember which type of car she got. Katrina is here. Hello. Did I say hello to you already? I can't remember. My bad. My bad. All right, so I now need my F triangles to fill this in. Sylvia says it doesn't start until October. I totally understand that, but unfortunately still that is going to be a cost that I just cannot take on right now. Okay, so the flat side's gonna go down. Okay, got it. As much as I would love to take it on, I'm gonna be spending a lot of money with this move. Like a lot of money with the move. And I've had Taylor Swift stuck in my head all day long. Karen says, hi Ian, I got caught up in sewing and almost forgot to tune in. No worries. These things happen. But yeah, I think the Tula quilt is going to be super awesome. I can't wait to see everybody work on theirs. But I'm just, I got to be a little more selective right now with my projects and what I'm doing because money. Because money. Yep. Sylvia says, I understand that. I had some excess money to use. That's awesome. I'm glad that you get to spend spend that on yourselves. I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, but sometimes people will get money for Christmas and unfortunately they have to use it for other things that are not so fun. So there you go. Linda says, since you work from home, I guess the company does not help with the move. Unfortunately, since it's my choice, I get to take the burden of the cost of moving. So not a big deal. Thankfully, I'm in a place where I can do that, and that is very, very helpful. But yeah, unfortunately, company does not pay for me to move, which is totally fine. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all last week. So remember, I was supposed to work on this quilt last week, but I suddenly had to pivot. I had to pivot because my sewing machine was not acting right, and I had to take it into the shop. Well, I did get it back, obviously, and it's very interesting because, you know, I just put it into the shop for maintenance. It's yearly. I put it into the shop once a year to get it cleaned, serviced, oiled, you know, all the things. And I was like, why in the world, like, why wouldn't he have found this when he was looking at it? And he showed me where this was, like where the problem was. And first of all, the part is hidden. It's hidden in a casing inside. So that's why he didn't see it. Totally understand. Not a big deal. Second of all, he showed me the part that was the problem. Guys, it was bad. There's a post inside the machine that lifts and lowers the presser foot, and I used the hover feature so that the foot, you know, goes up and down a lot. He showed me the post that, did I sew this on right? Yes. He showed me the post, and it was completely stripped. The gears on the backside of that post, you could actually see like teeth at the top, teeth at the bottom, and then it made that C kind of curve as I've worn out the teeth in between. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you're kidding me. I've used it that much. And he's like, yep, you sure have. So thankfully it was covered under warranty. Bernina was aware of the issue, and so they actually covered the cost of repair under warranty. So I'm very thankful that that happened. And I didn't have to pay anything for it, but it was very impressive. I should have thought about asking him for me to keep that part, but I had a lot going on, so couldn't do it. But yeah. Beth Ann says, yes, moving across the country is definitely not cheap. It is not cheap at all. It is not cheap. So trying to save as much money as I can right now. Katrina says, check and see if there are some tax credits for your move. I definitely will be doing that, especially around tax time. Probably going to have somebody help me do my taxes because two states, one of which does not pay state income tax, and the other one that does. And that's not really a clue because I think I've already eliminated all the states that don't pay state income tax. All right. So Fun Creations. Kathy is here, and she says, hello, everyone from North Texas. Hello. Florence is interested in the Where's Ian's form, and she's going to fill that out, it sounds like. That is very revealing. Is it, though? Is it? I don't feel like it is. Don't feel like it is. Let's see. Marie is here. It says, good morning, Ian, and everyone from Australia. Or wait, no, Marine? Probably definitely saying that wrong. Sorry about that. Let's see. Katie says, hi, Ian. Is that an extra light on your Bernina, or does that come that way? This is how this Bernina came. It has the light actually built in up here, and that is another reason why I love this machine, because having that light up there is so helpful. Kelly says, hello, Ian. Glad to be in my happy place today. Well, there you go. I'm so glad that you were here. Ah. That is interesting. Someone is on the back end texting me. And so I may have given a clue out, but I don't know for sure because state taxes, I've never had to pay them. So I think that there is some ambiguity to it. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave you wondering about that. See, that's what you get for coming today. Let's see. Kate says, that is quite the upgrade from the Aurora 440 QE. It is. And that is actually one of the first machines that I started working on. So I originally started off on my mom's Singer machine. And then I got a Aurora 440 on a garage sale for like $250, which is way more. There's a lot more. It's worth a lot more than that. So I got a steal on that machine, and then I started using that one, and that's really what I fell in love with the Bernina. And so then I saw this one. This one came out. The Tula Pink Edition came out, and I didn't think there was going to be any way for me to be able to afford it. And so I saw it at QuiltCon in 2020. This goes back to pre-COVID, and I saw it at QuiltCon. Really loved it, but I didn't think there was any way to afford it. And then they gave me a really, really, really good deal. Really, really good deal. So. No state tax in Florida, if anyone's interested. Could it be Florida? Florida is east. But is there enough of Florida above? Let's see. Maggie says there's no state tax in Tennessee. Let's be honest, though. Would I go to Tennessee? Would I be moving to Tennessee? I don't know. You tell me. Lynn says, I wish Arizona did not have state tax. I think it's about 23% of federal. And then Kate says, $250. What? I know. When I heard how much it was, my mom actually texted me because she was actually at the garage sale. And she's like, hey, there's this Bernina. It's an Aurora 440 for sale for like $250. And I was like, tell them I will buy it. I will absolutely buy it. 100%. I will buy it. Like, yes, right now. So, yeah, I was kind of stunned to get that for such an amazing deal. But yep, I got it for $250. It actually came with, what you don't see off camera is not only did I get the machine, I also got one of those fold out tables that's good for cutting. That table's just off to the side of the camera. And it was perfect. It was perfect. And it says, so Terry says, it's not Florida. LOL, hi. Hello. Anna says, it's definitely not Florida. And Flicky Cheeky says, but it's Florida. Mike says, I'm staying quiet the rest of the conversation. And hello from Hawaii. Hello, Hawaii. Hope you're having a great day today. Maggie says, no, don't go to Tennessee. Nothing there. Jacqueline says, we pay outrageous taxes in Illinois. Pamela here. I moved to Chicago from Boston in 1993. I shipped 60 good-sized boxes on UPS, and it cost me $600 plus I tipped $100. The easiest move I've ever made. Haha, I'm sure that would cost 10 times that now. Yes, that would definitely cost 10 or 15 or 20 times more than that. I even just like small boxes I'm sending is much more than that. All right, so how do I press these? Okay, I'm going to be pressing them towards the triangles that I just put on. Katrina says, I doubt he'll be moving to Florida with the hurricanes. Alice says it's not Florida. Sharon says, have you checked out local quilt shops where you're going? Have I checked out local quilt shops? Well, that depends on what you mean by local. Anna says, I feel like Florida might be a step backwards even from Texas. I might agree with you on that. They do have Disney and Universal, but it's Florida. Although my friend and I are very much talking about going to Disney World in 2025 for their holiday celebrations. So during Christmas, which y'all know I'm not a big fan of Christmas, but I've never done it at Magic Kingdom in Florida. So, you know, that might be kind of fun, right? We'll see. We will see. Let's see. So Terry says, New York, a hell of a town. I've never been to New York. That might be a fun place to move. Let's see. When I move, if it didn't fit in my car, it got sold or donated. It's not like I could buy new items in the end anyways, right? So I'm actually doing a lot of downsizing. Well, trying to do a lot of downsizing. What's funny though is I've put a couple items up on Facebook Marketplace, and the first time I moved, when I moved out of my mom's house, I had several items up on Facebook Marketplace and they sold very, very quickly. This time, not so much. It's actually kind of surprising. I have some new pots and pans, like new pots and pans, never been used, still in the box, put them up on Facebook Marketplace. Nobody, not a single person has messaged me about them. Isn't that crazy? I couldn't believe it. And the last time when I put stuff up on Facebook Marketplace, it went in seconds, it felt like. So it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to me. Let's see. Sylvia says, I'll be in Manchester, UK on Tuesday. Wow, that from Alaska, that's a long flight, I feel like. Jacqueline says, at least you don't have to move a couch. Correct. You are correct. No couch for me. All right, so I've done our first step, and now I need to arrange these. This is A, B, and C. So I need to arrange these in the right order. Mitzi says, I love my Bernina Tula Pink. So do I. I love my Bernina Tula Pink. All right, so that's A. This one's going to be B. And this one's going to be C. Really? So Terry says, no one cooks anymore. Put a microwave on there and it will sell. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Flicky Cheeky says, I refuse to move anywhere that regularly has snow. I'm greatly enjoying the heat. I am done with the heat. Auntie L says, tardy again. Happy Mother's Day. You are not tardy. How many times do I have to tell you, Auntie L? There is no tardiness here. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so I need my C triangles. Sylvia says, I can put on a coat. I can't take enough off in the heat, at least without getting arrested. 3 days to Manchester. Oh my. That's quite the journey. This is my C. And C goes like so, and C goes like so. I moved from Nantucket, Georgia, and it was easier to send in UPS boxes. I have kind of started doing that with a few things. Jacqueline says, not sure why I get knocked off lives with advertisements. YouTube, man. YouTube, that's why. D and E, okay. D is on one side, E is on the other. What color is the bright lime green? Are you talking about this one right here? That is my A fabric. That is my A fabric, and where is my list? So the kit that was put together very well. And they actually list out, like, this is month 5. This is the one that I'm working on. I think the one that you're talking about, A fabric, is Parrot, if I remember correctly. Flicky Cheeky says, I mean, it's 80 today and I have a hoodie on. I'm always cold. Oof, goodness, I don't think I could, I'd be burning up. Hey, Candy. Candy says, that's one thing I've always been envious of about men, no shirts on hot days. If it were up to me, Candy, women would have just the same right. Like, I'm not interested in that, but they're just boobs. Get over it. I'm just saying. Just saying. They're boobies. Boobies. Did I tell y'all the story about when I worked at a theme park and somebody said boobies over the in-ears? I can't remember if I told that story or not. Lynn says, if you're done with the heat, I'm sure it's a sure bet you aren't moving to Arizona. Well, with the clue today, I think that eliminates Arizona for sure. The next one over, are you talking about this one? So we have A, B, C. Tell me A, B, or C, and I can tell you which one that is. With broken hearts. I've got Taylor stuck in my head, guys. Real bad. Real bad. So we're gonna go here. This is my... Okay, this is my D fabric. Got it. So this is going to go this way. I'm looking, there's little notches on it, and what I'm looking at is where does that notch fall, because that kind of helps figure out like which way is which. B fabric, the B fabric is going to be kiwi. Kiwi. So Terry says, I missed today's clue. Today's clue is I'm going to be moving somewhere east of my current location. So draw a line vertical on the United States from that radiates out from DFW, and it's going to be somewhere east. Texas, there's a law in the books that women can go topless. What? I didn't know that. I didn't know that they could go topless. That's awesome. Jackie says, since I'm only cooking for me most of the time, I invested in a small air fryer. Air fryers are the best, man. I love the air fryer that I have. Lynn, hopefully you got the clue then. Let's see here. How do I line this up? I'm not sure how to line. Does it go there? I don't know. There's your random TMI fact of the day. That's very interesting. I had no idea. I had no idea. No idea. I don't know if this is the right way. On my screen, it's the brightest and I like it. Candy, in real life, this is the brightest one. This is the lightest and brightest of them, but I can definitely see on camera how that looks. Mitzi says, I guess Hawaii is out. Unfortunately, you are correct. Unfortunately, Hawaii is out. As much as I would love it. I would love to live in Hawaii, but maybe not at the cost. Maybe not for the cost of living in Hawaii. I did look at a job in Hawaii at one point. This is years ago. I did look into a job out in Hawaii. Sammy says, hello and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I don't know if this is right or not. I'm just looking at I apologize. I'm looking at how to put this triangle together because like the edges all kind of are weird to put together. So I'm a little confused on how this goes together. Kimberly says, good morning from Australia. It's 4:30 a.m. on Monday morning, and I can't sleep. I am so sorry that you can't sleep, and I hope that you're enjoying hanging out. Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong. See, I don't like how this is coming together. Kathy has just become a member. Kathy, thank you so much for joining at the bronze level. Handmade with Ying with Donna is here. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Let's see. I mean, go east far enough and Hawaii is very funny. Very, very funny. She's not wrong. You're absolutely right. She's not wrong. She's not wrong on that. Okay, I may have to rip this out, but we're gonna try it. I never thought triangles would be so hard, but there you go. I may end up ripping it out if I don't like how this looks, though. We'll see. We'll give it a try, and if I don't like it, I'll rip it out. Kathy asks, are there different levels? Yes, there are actually 3 different levels. There is gold, silver, and bronze. But no worries. I'm just thrilled that you want to support me here on YouTube. I really don't like how this is looking. think I'm going to rip it. I think I'm going to rip and start this whole process again, because it's not lining up nicely and I don't exactly know. I didn't watch the video. Jennifer from Thread Lines actually puts out a video each month to show you how to cut, and then she also puts out a video on how to sew it together, and I stupidly was like, oh, I don't need to watch that this month. I've watched all the other previous months and didn't have, you know, it was all pretty self-explanatory. And so I was like, oh, I don't need to watch the video for this one. And now I'm sitting here going, I wish I'd watched the video on this one. Wish I had watched the video. Oh, Kathy, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. I'm super thrilled that you signed up to be a channel member at all. If you'd like, there are 2 other levels that you can choose from. You can actually go back in and upgrade, but I'm just super thrilled that you support me in general. Donna says, Kansas, 3 clicks to be home in, right? 3 clicks and I'm home. Seam Rimmer, you're my best friend. Jack and I had that kind of afternoon on Friday. I was making a tote with no pattern from leftover quilt blocks. Yep, I had to do some ripping yesterday as well. It was not fun. Not fun. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, we're gonna start it again. C square, C triangle, if I could remember my shapes. C triangle in the middle. D triangles all the way around. Okay, so this goes over here, good. This goes over here. Okay, that lines up. I could probably use that one. This one goes here. And then this one goes here. So I think I'm gonna start on this one first. Wait, that's what I did last time, I thought. Did I? I don't remember. All right, let's see what happens this time, shall we? Isn't it fun to watch Ian make mistakes on live stream with everyone watching? So much fun. AE Huck, I think, Hook. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate that. Hi, Zaza. Good to see you. Good to see you. Candy says, I don't always enjoy triangles. Lots of bias and stretch. Absolutely. Linda says, oh my gosh, Kansas City, Missouri isn't out of the question. That is correct. It is not out of the question. That is correct. All right. So maybe I line it up here. That might be correct. What if I line this one up here? That might be correct as well. Okay, I think I know which ones I have to start with now. I think maybe I pressed it the wrong way. Let's press it the other way and see what happens. Heather says, it's fine, Ian. No one is perfect. Ain't that the truth? Lori says, it's nice to know others make mistakes too, all the time. Let's see. Katrina says, do you need the Montessori boxes? I donate mine to the public Montessori here in Jax. What's the Montessori boxes? I don't know what that is. Oh, I bet that's how you do this. I bet you that's it. I bet you that's how you do this. Okay, I think I found it. The 2 lighter greens are too similar on the screen for me. They are very similar. I do have to like stop myself several times and make sure that I'm doing the right thing in the right place, because they are very, very similar. But they're less similar in person than they are on the screen. I will say that. I think I got it this time, guys. I think I figured it out. Lily says, random question, not related to Ian's move. Has anyone have any good ideas on how to clean your AccuQuilt dies? That is a great question. Does anybody know? Because I need to know for my new AccuQuilt die. Does anybody know how to clean them? Linda says, my son and my grand just left. They are the sweetest. Awesome, Linda. What did you get for Mother's Day? Did they bring you something special? I hope they did. Okay, that's how I do it. Got it. I figured it out. It took a hot minute, but I figured it out. Hi, Mr. Disco. I mean, Mike. LOL. That's funny. Mr. Disco. I'm going to start calling him that now. Mike, your new name is Mr. Disco. You're welcome. Mike, are we going to hang out when I come to New York? Now the question is, am I coming to New York to visit, or am I coming there to live? I don't know. You tell me. So Becca says, you're less than 300 from 1.5, 15K. That's awesome. Everybody tell your friends to subscribe, because remember, at 15K, I'm going to be giving a $100 gift card to Threaded Lines. But I won't be doing that until I hit 15K. All right, so this one now goes here. Okay, goes like that. Look at that. You can actually, unfortunately, you can see some of the, you can see the line that I messed up on, but that's okay. When it gets quilted, nobody will see it. All right, let me do the other one now. Candy says, I haven't cleaned mine yet, but they show a pick tool of all sorts for that. I assume dental pick would work, or a Cricut cutter weeding tool. Yeah, I have the Cricut weeding tool, so that might be a great way to do that. Linda says, not New York, they get too much snow for you. I mean, I am going to be going someplace that has snow. We already talked about that as one of the clues. Mike says, yeah, Ian, pop that bottle. Oh, Jackie says Montessori school donation boxes. We don't really have those here, I don't think. Linda says, big hugs and some flowers to plant. It's a tradition for my boys. Becca just subscribed to the channel. I don't know why Becca was unsubscribed, but Becca subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Becca, for subscribing. YouTube must have cleaned out and gotten rid of my subscription, or gotten rid of her subscription. Mitzi says, it reminds me of Zelda. What, when the thing gets unlocked over there in the corner? Okay, so this one goes here. The cut edge goes here. And what I'm talking about, I don't know if the camera's going to be picking up, but do you see right over my face, there's a trimmed edge? Whenever you do these, oh, that's funny, Becca. That was my personal account. I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed. Well, thank you for subscribing. There's a cut edge, and if I look at the diagram, it actually shows me which side the cut edge goes on, and that helps kind of line everything up a little bit better. You saw me kind of not do so great with that at first, and once I kind of figured out the order, because it doesn't tell you which order to sew these in, it just says, hey, put these triangles together, and you're like, cool, great, love that, but how? My thread just broke, so I need to re-thread my machine really quick. Yes, AccuQuilt has a pick to get in between the blade and the rubber. Also, tweezers or a dental pick also work. this again. There we go. Also go to Idiot Quilter. He's done a series on using how to use the AccuQuilt. Awesome. I'll have to check that out. Oh, what the heck is happening? Oh, okay. Gotcha. There we go. Got it. Yes, I did just throw that on the floor. You're welcome. My robot vacuum will clean it up later. And when I say robot vacuum, what I really mean is I'll clean that up later. Because I don't have a robot vacuum. I kind of want to get one, but I don't have one. So Becca and Becca Shiflett may be two separate people as far as YouTube is concerned. That is very true. It's very, very true. Let's see here. Donna says this could be a fun guessing where is Ian moving. You will read some of the fun guesses. I know, isn't it fun, Donna? Isn't it fun reading some of the guesses where people think I'm moving? Mitzi says, oh, I have a second email that I could help to boost him. There you go. But yeah, remember at 15,000, once I hit 15,000, I will be asking Threaded Lines for that $100 gift certificate to their shop. Again, thank you to Threaded Lines for being so willing to sponsor the giveaways here on my channel. It's kind of awesome if you ask me. Candy says, I got a text from the middle child, flowers to plant from the youngest and 24 roses from the oldest. That's awesome. I think my mom is at Scarborough Fair today. She belly dances and her dance troupe is out there today, I think. I don't remember which way. Yeah, it was like this. Nope, it was not like that. It was like this. Sure, we'll go with that. That works. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I figured it out. Ian, can we get one of those tees you're wearing? Linda, yes, you can. In fact, get one of the t-shirts that I'm wearing. This is from WeSew2. If you type WeSew2 into Google, into the Googles, you can actually find the WeSew2 shop and all of the Boys Sew 2 and things like that. Those shirts are available from that website. Just remember that it is a UK store, meaning that you will need to order a size larger than normal. And my thread is being stupid. You'll need to order a size larger than normal. Because if you order your normal size, it will be a little too small. So go to the WeSew2 website, go to their shop, order a shirt, but just remember to order it one size larger than normal, or even two sizes. This one's actually two sizes bigger than what I normally get, but it's a nice roomy shirt. So normally I just go one size up, but I wanted something a little more, you know, comfortable, loose. So I got two sizes. Linda, mom doing belly dancing is actually what I feel like helped her recovery from hip and knee surgery. I feel like because she did that, she recovered a lot more quickly than what she would have if she didn't. Thank you, Mrs. MML, I think, MMI. Thank you for subscribing. There's all kinds of threads on the back of this one. Sometimes I love my machine, and sometimes it's just like blah, 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 blah. Katrina says, my daughter-in-law's parents took me out for lunch today. One son is at work and the other son is in Indiana. Awesome. It's a fun shirt. It is a fun shirt, and I like all the shirts that they have on their website. I think they're super cool. I would order about 5 million of them. I would probably order one of each, to be honest, but I don't have that kind of money, so I order them when I can, and since I'm now the owner of the TL 2010Q, I thought, you know, why not get the 2010Q on a shirt and have that. Thank you, Mitzi. Greatly appreciate that. Heather says, my hubby is doing laundry, and I reached 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations. That's awesome. Linda says that is absolutely a helpful way to recover from surgery. Yeah. So Terry says, I belly dance at times, not intentionally. AE says, what colorway are you doing for Wild West? I haven't made my final decision yet. There are 2 colorways that I'm considering, but I haven't made a final decision yet. So I'm down to the bright grunge fabric and the Halloween fabric. Those are the 2 that I'm looking at. Sylvia says, now I have an idea of where you got your beautiful personality. Thank you, Sylvia. That's so sweet of you. What are we going to do now? Okay, so we're going to sew these in 2 halves. We sew this half, and then we sew this half. And we line these up. Oh, that's the dumb thing, though, is all the seams are going to be together. Deborah says, of course I'm here at work, hoping to get off early to go to my daughter's house for a barbecue. I hope you get to go to your daughter's house too. That sounds like fun. Get to celebrate Mother's Day. That would be awesome. Good to see you here, by the way, Deborah. Deborah? Bueller. No, I'm just kidding. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's see if I get this lined up nicely. I hope I do, I hope I do, I hope I do, I hope I do. Man, yesterday I was trying, I'm working on a show quilt, and I'm like, I want all that piecing to be perfect. So I'm like, ooh. So I like ripped some seams because I didn't like the way that they were looking, and which way does this go? Oh, this way. Close enough. It can quilt out. It's fine. It will quilt out. Denise says, oh, excuse me, let me go to AE first. AE says, the grunge has me concerned with bleeding. I've had red grunge bleed several times. I hope it doesn't do that. And then Denise says, Ian, will you still work from home in your new state? Yes, I get to take my job with me. So super excited about that. That's why I'm able to make the move in the first place, to be honest. Because if it wasn't for this job, I would not be able to do this. So I'm very, very, very thankful. Would you stop being such a meh? You're being a pain. I love my machine, but sometimes she throws tantrums and doesn't want to sew correctly and is like, but there's no thread. And I'm like, but there is thread. But there is thread. Stop it. Oops, don't do that. I don't want that stitch. You're throwing a tantrum. I wish you would not. Stop it. Thank you. Deborah says, work. Thank you, Ian. Love you lots. Love you too. How many of us here remember that movie? Which did I mention a movie? I don't even remember what I said 5 seconds ago. Might have bled because it was red. That is common with a lot of things that are red. Also, if you're interested in doing the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, thank you for bringing that up, by the way. If you're interested in doing the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, if you missed out on the live stream, Kim did an excellent live stream last week where she talked about the different colorways and which colors are going to be like most prevalent in each colorway. So if you haven't already checked out that video from this week, make sure to go back and watch it. It was really great to see her information on it, and I learned some stuff about this puzzle mystery quilt. I didn't realize that on the color guide, when you're looking at the wheel of colors on it, I knew that the bottom position, the 6 o'clock position on that wheel, is going to be your binding. So whatever your 6 o'clock position, that's the binding. For this quilt, the like 4 to 5 o'clock position and the 1 o'clock position, those two are going to be most prominent in this quilt. It changes from quilt to quilt. So each time there's a puzzle mystery quilt, that positioning changes depending on like what's most prevalent in that quilt. So for this one, specifically Wild West, that 4 or 5 o'clock position and the 1 o'clock position are going to be the most prevalent colors in that quilt. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But yeah, definitely go check out her video. She did a live stream over on Cotton Cuts this past week, and she gave a lot of great information. That's not it. Sewed it the wrong way. Sewed it the wrong way. I was like, wait, I only went through 1. Why am I going through 2? Because I sewed it wrong. That's why. Joan asks, Ian, does your mom know that you're moving yet? Not yet. She's going to know in a couple of weekends. She's going to know in a couple of weekends. So, yep. Make sure I did this right. Yeah. All right. Let's do it the right way this time. Let's not sew it the wrong way, please. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. I was like, how long have we been live? It feels like I've been live for 3 hours, but it's only been an hour, so that's good. I was worried that y'all would get bored with me working on this and being like, gosh, Ian, you made another mistake. I know, right? It's terrible. Trying not to stretch this material either because I'm working with, biased edges and all that. So really trying hard not to stretch out those biased edges. My hair keeps falling because it is very, very, very humid outside right now because it's raining. Let's see. Okay. Eventually they'll have a black and white again, this holiday one with red, black, gray, red, white, and gray, no black, and the Free Spirit in person is a yellow, black, cream, no warm colors. Ooh, Laura says, my daughter took me out for a pedicure yesterday. She's a NICU nurse. My son and his husband are spending the day with his mother-in-law, so we'll try and get together sometime at the end of the month. That's awesome, Laura. Pedicure, that sounds really, really nice. Oh gosh, Makes me think of when, Becca, you remember when we went to Tiffany, your mom, and I went to to get pedicures. You have such a pretty smile. Here, you want it? Oh my God. So funny. So funny. Your mom is a hoot. She's a hoot. All right. Come on. Somebody else, and I think I missed the comment, I'll have to look up on the screen when I finish this, was talking about the bobbin notification. Yeah, there it is. Lindsay says, my low bobbin reminder does that about 15 feet before it goes out. It bugs me too. I kind of like it as a reminder though, so I do keep sewing until it's out. Yeah, I have really big bobbins on this machine. Like when I sewed with the Juki, I was not used to not having a notification that, hey, you're going to run out of bobbin thread. And so, air sewing there for a bit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. So I do like the notifications, but yeah, I get the blinking bobbin long before. In fact, last night it was blinking and notice it hasn't run out yet. So, Laurel says, today my husband is spoiling me rotten, but he does that. That's very awesome. That sounded very insincere. I don't mean it like that. I'm just like trying to scan. It's very awesome that he spoils you. Karen says, yes, it was great to get that info. Wasn't it though? It was so great to get all that information from Kim this week. I'm kind of would love to, for one of the puzzle mystery quilt reveals, I kind of want to fly out to St. Louis and be live in their studio for one of the reveals. What do y'all think about that? That would be pretty fun, right? Suddenly I show up at the reveal and be like, hey Kim, guess who's here? Let's see here. Let me get over this seam. And then I'll look back at the chat. So many biased edges. So many biased edges. I don't think this is going to line up perfectly, but I think it's going to be just a hair off and not like really far off. So I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to be all right. We'll find out in a moment. Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that, please. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Let's see. That's an awesome thing to know about the mystery quilts when picking a color theme. Candy, like I said, it does change from quilt to quilt. So for this one specifically, it's that 1 and 4 or 5 o'clock position, but it changes. So I hope in the future they kind of clue people in on that a little bit more. But yeah, it was very great information to have, because as I was looking at the Halloween colorway and the grunge colorway, I was like, oh, that's very interesting. That's not the colors that I thought that would be prominent in it. So Linda says, I love watching you and listening to your fun banter while you sew. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that almost 15,000 people want to hang around and watch me sew. Marilyn, Miss Hilton, Miss or Mrs. Hilton says, mine was throwing tantrums yesterday. Turned out to be the bobbin. I hate when that happens. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, the point on this is great. I'm thinking about the Halloween theme too. I've heard some complaints about the art gallery fabric. Any thoughts? So I actually, when I did Village Green, I actually did a art gallery fabric. That was all art gallery fabric. And I kind of like it. I know hand sewing, not so good. I've heard, I think Flicky Chicky maybe has said that hand sewing it, not so, oh shoot. Okay. I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if the mic picked that up at all. But there was a very bright flash, and I was waiting for the thunder, and it didn't happen, and then it happened. I don't know if y'all could hear that or not. Scared the out of me, the 4-letter banana word. Kind of scared me a little bit. Because it wasn't just like a rolling thunder, it was like boom. So yeah, Mike, you hear it? Yeah, Mike heard it. Boom. Yeah, that was very interesting. 1 minute and 11 seconds. I'm gonna write that down and see if I can hear it back. That was very scary. 11:11, very interesting. Anyways, no, 1:11, not 11:11. Yeah, that scared me because it was a very bright flash. Very, very bright flash. All right. Tabitha says, granddaughter brought me a bouquet of flowers this morning. That's awesome. I am missing comments, and I'm so sorry if I missed yours. I apologize. Trying to keep up with the chat sometimes is crazy. Karen says, that would be great. I think you should. I think that is referring to me going to the Cotton Cuts to do the reveal with them. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then let's see, what else do we have? What else do we have in the chat? Mike says, I hear you have really big bobbins. Mike, that is a very personal thing, and whoever told you that should really stop gossiping. I've got big bobbins and I cannot lie. Oh Lord, this is what you get for subscribing, everyone. Let's see here. My son gave me 3 Lego sets, then helped me do the shopping yesterday due to my right arm surgery. He also treated me to Olive Garden while we were out shopping. Oh my gosh, Olive Garden breadsticks. Oh, so good. Ooh, that maybe I should do that for dinner. Maybe I should do their salad and breadsticks for dinner. Oh, that sounds like an amazing dinner, to be honest. Yummy. Oh, but it's Mother's Day, so there's gonna be 1,000,005 people. I would bring it home. I wouldn't eat in the restaurant, but there's gonna be 1,000,005 people. Their ordering is gonna be like way too long. Shelby says, we did hear it. Okay, all right. I'm glad that y'all heard it too, because it was loud, very loud. Sorry, I had to take the dogs out. I came back to my name, but I have no clue why. Flaky Cheeky, somebody was asking about Art Gallery fabric, and I think it was you that was not happy with Art Gallery for hand sewing pieces. I thought that was you, but I could be wrong. I couldn't remember for sure. Mitzi says, I like your big bobbins. Thanks. Katrina says, I wish bobbins were the size of the spread of the spool of thread. I definitely, before I had this machine, I definitely was like, man, I really wish bobbins were a lot bigger. But ever since I've gotten this machine, I've been so happy. When I've been sewing on the Juki, and speaking of bobbins, I just ran out. Just ran out. Carrie Quilt says, you told us. They need, let's see. Pull the thread out. Let's do a bobbin, shall we? See, I have really big bobbins. I do have big bobbins. They're nice, huge bobbins. Sometimes I bounce my bobbin. No, stop. Stop it. Stop it, Ian. Janet says, what did I just walk in on? I don't know, Janet. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just... Let's see. Today is not the day to go out to eat. Absolutely. Call in your order, but it would take like 20 hours to do, I feel like. Mike says, I adore art gallery fabric, using it now. Flicky Cheeky says, I hate it. It falls apart for hand piecing. Order curbside if there's not like 5 million orders in front of me. I use pre-wound bobbins for the most of my piecing. Mike is laughing his butt off at this point. Mitzi says, I haven't had to change my bobbin in the last 2 days. That's awesome. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again, shall we? Missed the cutter on it. But really a lot of modern poplins, which is what art gallery fabric is too thin to be stable. Is too thin to be stable if hand piecing, blah. Stop it. Stab it. Thank you. It doesn't feel... There we go. Oh, yeah, that's much better. It didn't feel like it was going in the channel the way it was supposed to, and so I usually have, like, when you have a machine long enough, you kind of get to know the feelings, and so the thread felt like it was running through very, very too easily, so that's why I was like, wait, this doesn't feel right. I bet pre-wound bobbins, and it may be an illusion, but I believe that they last longer. I wouldn't know because I use, I wind all my bobbins on the Bernina, so I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, I don't think I showed y'all how perfect my point came out just a moment ago. I think I was... Oh, the thunder scared me. That's what it was. The thunder distracted me. Flicky Chicky says, I just checked Olive Garden and Texas Roadhouse, and both are not accepting curbside today. That would make sense. Teresa says, it sounds like you've listened to AC/DC a time or two. Once or twice, maybe. It's turned out really well, actually. So what I was so excited about a moment ago was I totally forgot the thunder distracted me, but like, look at the center there. Look how nice that center is. They line up so perfectly. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. And then the other, look at that triangle pointing perfectly into the center there. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Came out really good. Laughing my bobbins off. Wah, wah. Oh, Mike. Mike, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, I just dropped all my pens. It's fine. This is fine. See here. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to feel like there was some weirdness there. Okay, I think I might have it, maybe? I'm trying to press and I'm getting a little bit of... I think some of the bias may have stretched slightly. So I'm getting a little bit of weirdness, but I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's just a little weird, but it'll be fine. Can I fold it? Okay, there we go. There we go. It looks pretty flat too. It is pretty flat. I was surprised. I was surprised with how flat it turned out. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I was like, wow, that's kind of impressive for that. All right, so let me just press this side. There we go. All right, I think I finally got it. Put that clapper on there. Let that cool for a moment. Whew! All right, one block done. One more to go. They call me double entendre. I have perky points. I do have perky points. Let's see. Village Green Astra is still in the naughty pile because 4 of 4 clues fell apart once sewn. Oh no. I love my Husqvarna, but I hate the bobbins. I wish the pre-wound bobbins would fit in the post to refill them. All right, here's block number 1 for this month. It's done. Ooh, and I have some weirdness, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. There we go. Love it. Turned out so well. All right, let's work on the other one, shall we? Do we want to spend the next probably 2 hours working on this? Hour and a half, maybe? Linda says art gallery fabric is some of my favorite fabric to work on. All right, so we're gonna start with A, B, and C again. So there's, oh, that was B. Whoops, let's start with A, shall we? Start with the A. Jackie says, I don't like art gallery fabric in my machine, and my machine doesn't like it. It slips out from under the foot. Shelly So says, Ian, do you know the name of the quilting pattern on the quilt behind you? I don't, but I bet if you message my friend Beth over at Goody Goods, I bet you Beth will be able to tell you. If you email her and say, hey, I saw on Ian the Off Kilter Crafters channel, I saw his carnival quilt. Can you tell me the name of the quilting pentagram or file or whatever it's called, the edge to edge? Could you tell me the name? And I bet you she would be able to tell you. Because I don't know what it is off the top of my head. No one's going to be looking inside your quilt. Well, I certainly hope not. I certainly hope that they are not looking inside my quilt. All right. 2 of these. Come on. 2 of these and 2 of these. 2 of these and 2 of these, and then 2 of these and 2 of these. Perfect. Starting off with A. We're going to do the same thing that we did. If I ever drag Astra back out, I may try barely pinking the edges to see if that helps. Linda says, well, both machines have a foot pressure control, but I don't adjust it much except for Minky. I do have a built-in walking foot, though. That is one thing that I love about the Bernina. That is another thing. I mean, I've already listed, what, like 20 things that I love about my Bernina. But another thing that I love is having the built-in walking foot. Oh, so helpful. They don't call it that. They call it the built-in, shoot, I don't remember what they call it, but they don't call it a walking foot, but yeah. Oh my God. Mike says, could you imagine a judge? Now let's take a look on the inside. Ugh, no. I would lose every ribbon I've ever won. Would absolutely lose every single ribbon. Even feed, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. Even feed, yes, it is the built-in even feed. Thank you, Shelby. Couldn't remember the name of it. Katrina says, Mike, can you imagine a zipper installation to show off the inside? Ugh, no. Don't even talk like that. No, thank you. Luane, did I call it something different? Luane says, Ian, your quilt is petting zoo. Did I accidentally call it by a different name? I don't think I did. Use clear back and batting. Oh no, no thank you, Flicky Chicky. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you're done. A lot can be hidden behind the scenes. So much, in fact, can be hidden behind the scenes. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. My brain is just kind of... It's been fun sewing all week. I'm just so glad that the camera cannot pan over there because, like, there are so many boxes. So many boxes over off to the side of the camera that you can't see. It wouldn't bother me to show the guts of my quilt. Granted, both sides are Hot Mess Express. Oh, boy. Yeah, the guts of my quilts are always Hot Mess Expresses, too. I'm so glad. So glad you can't see inside. Oh, dog's barking. I don't know what's happening, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Your dogs and cats are probably like, what in the world? It used to be funny when I would tell my, I would say, Alexa, bark! And my cat would be like, when I lived at home with Mom, the cat would look at the Alexa unit like, what in the world? What is happening? Integrated dual feed system. Thank you. Even feed, dual... Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. Dual feed, integrated feeds. Yeah. All the same. All the same. It's all the same. It's just with a different name. If they did look inside, there wouldn't be any ribbons for sure. I don't think anybody would win ribbons at that point. I think everybody would be disqualified. No, you don't get a ribbon, and you don't get a ribbon, and you don't get a ribbon. Lily says, thanks for my Alexa. Thanks, my Alexa's now barking. You're welcome. You're welcome. So Terry says, my Alexa just barked and my dog didn't react. Good watchdog. Yep. Good guard dog. Hey, I could have always made your device fart again. I could say the magic words to make your thing fart. I was about to say the word and then I was like, no, let's not say the word. Neither did my dog. How funny. It's funny that the dogs are not reacting to it. The cat really reacted whenever it was cat noises. So when I would tell it to play a cat noise, the cat would like really be like, whoa, what's going on? Who is that? They're not supposed to be here. My Flicky Cheeky says, my dogs are baying now. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. LOL, I do that, Ian. It's funny to watch the dogs. Mike says, I have a friend that was at a tech convention and he yelled over the loudspeaker, Alexa, play. Oh, no. Don't play anything, Alexa. No, Alexas, play anything right now. Alexa, be quiet. Asked the device to play Baby Shark, and all of the units started playing Baby Shark. That's hilarious, Mike. That is my kind of humor, although I would have said for it to fart. And then there would have been hundreds of farts throughout the convention hall. That's funny. Oh, man. Jackie's asking how my packing is coming along. Well, it's hard because there's still a lot of time in between me like now and moving. So I've done a little bit more. I've gotten like another box from a bookshelf done, but it's kind of slow going because I still need a lot. So. Oh, Lloyd says, have y'all seen the videos of the dogs listening to Turn Around and they turn around? I have. Mike, you almost got Ian. Almost. I don't have one. I don't have a device. So it won't affect me because I don't have a device to play that. But I almost set all of y'all's to start that, and I was like, oh gosh, don't do that. Don't do that because people will be real unhappy with you. So Mike almost got me to set off all of yours. So you can thank Mike for that, but I canceled it out, hopefully. Hopefully your device was just like, I'm so confused, but okay, good night. My dogs don't react to barking sounds, but if there's a doorbell, that's a different story. I don't know if that device can play a doorbell sound or not. Notice that I wasn't about to set it off. My dogs get confused with K-Dot's humble because sit and down are separate commands. I always bring the party, says Mike. Absolutely. I can't message today. Mike almost got you, Ian. Yep. I knew what you said. I got you. I knew what you said. So Terry says, mine just made a failure tone. I know the failure tone. It's like confused. It's like, wait, what? It cracks me up too because I have a HomePod Mini that sits on my work desk, and my work desk is right next to the kitchen. So a lot of times after I get groceries, like when I go to pick up groceries, I'll get a salad for the next day for lunch. But if I don't set a reminder, I'll forget about it. I'll leave it in the refrigerator and forget about it. And so I tell my HomePod, like, hey, remind me tomorrow at this specific time, salad. And 9 times out of 10, it'll be like, who's speaking? And I'm like, who else is here? It's just me. Literally, it's just me. And then it's like, who's speaking? And I'm like, oh my God. The ghost next door. I don't know. Speaking of ghosts, anybody watch the season finale of Ghosts? I did. It's really funny. And then I also watched the season finale of Palm Royale. One of my friends hates Palm Royale. He's like, are we pretending that this is a good show? And I'm like, wow, okay, cool. It's totally fine if you don't like it, but come on, like those who do, like let them enjoy it. But anyways, I watched the season finale of Palm Royale as well. Of course they left it on a cliffhanger. Of course they would. Of course they would leave it on a cliffhanger. Oh, come on, line up, line up, line up. There we go. Angela says, my dog gets mad when we play Who Let the Dogs Out. That's funny. Oh my gosh, Mike says, isn't Carol Burnett funny? She's hilarious in Palm Royale. She's so good. That's actually one of the reasons why I started watching the show, because I saw in the trailer Carol Burnett was in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to watch this. And she's hysterical. Love watching her in this one. Someone with Lane says, I'm watching the new Doctor Who on Disney Plus. That is on my list to get to. I'll probably get to it this week. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch the new one come back on. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's okay. I was worried because it looked like my seam allowance had gotten off, but I think it's good. Shelby says, I'm sorry, not sorry that Becca introduced me to Palm Royale. It's so good, isn't it? Carrie Quilt says, only Carol Burnett is Carol Burnett funny, isn't it? Oh, she's so great. She's so great, especially in Palm Royale. I mean, I've gone back and watched some like old clips of her from the Carol Burnett show. She's just comedic genius. Linda says, I love Carol Burnett in anything. Totally agree. 100%. Love Carol Burnett in anything. Zaza says the new Doctor Who was very disappointing. Really? I've heard quite the opposite from a lot of my friends. So that's very interesting that you were disappointed by it. I loved the New Year's special. The what was it, 3-part special that they did? Loved those. Those were good. I actually really like the new Doctor a lot. You know, my favorite Doctor is David Tennant. He will always be my Doctor. But really liking the new Doctor. And I'm super excited that Jinx Monsoon is one of the villains. Oh, I'm so excited to see that episode. I don't know if that was this episode that just came out or if they will be in an upcoming one, but I'm super excited to see Jinx as one of the villains. I apologize, I'm working on an unruly seam at the moment. I want to make sure that I'm getting everything lined up. So my attention is on that at the moment. Because this is where I'm putting all of those together and I really want to make sure it's lined up nicely. So I will look at the chat again here momentarily. There we go. Angela says the new Doctor Who looks good, and I have never had good luck getting into it. We are loving Fallout. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I think Grace on Will and Grace is Carol Burnett funny, too. Look at that. It's so pretty. Love it. I don't remember which one's A anymore. Whoops. Oops. We're gonna go that way. We're gonna go that way. Oh no, that's A. Yeah, A, B, C. Yeah, we're gonna go like that. Mike says Jinx Monsoon is Mama Morton in Chicago on Broadway. I think she was. I don't think she is anymore though. But I could be wrong, Mike. I know she was for a hot minute, but I thought it was a limited run. Oh, I'm so happy with how well those points... Oh, she's going to come back? Oh, I didn't know that. Very cool. Wah! Anna says, I'm very excited for the new Doctor Who. I was not a fan of the last 2 Doctors. Several people are commenting saying that they love the pinks. I think they look pretty. Look at that. Look at that. The camera picks it up a little stronger than what it is, but still very cool. All right, now time. I don't need F anymore. I don't need A, B, or C. Oh, wait, no, I do need C. Just kidding. I don't need F anymore, though. We're done with F. Kathy says, very nice, you completed round 2 faster. It's not complete yet. We still got to do the triangles, but I did learn kind of my lesson from the first one. I learned some lessons a little quicker, so that helped. That definitely helped. All right, so we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here. And then it's E for this side and D for that side. I have all the scoop on the industry. Well, Mike, we should talk. We should definitely talk. Because I want to know the scoop. I want to know the scoop. Let's see, that goes this way. And then this one, yeah, okay. Samantha says that they are in 2 episodes and amazing villain for the Doctor to battle. Absolutely. It honestly, it reminds me of kind of the older villains. Kind of, camp isn't exactly the right word that I'm looking for, but if you were to ever go look at the props from the old Doctor Who, they're in the Seattle Museum of Sound. Is that it? Somebody correct me on that. But some of those costumes are like shoestring budget, like nobody's business. But just the way she's kind of playing that character from the snippets that I've seen, it's very much like the old Doctor Who. So Terry says, I saw Chicago with Wayne Brady and then talked to him for an hour after the show. That's so awesome. Cool guy. I would love to meet him. I think that would be really cool. Candy says, I feel like everything is that way. First always goes a bit slower and isn't as perfect, and just like Pancake. Yep. Yeah, this one's going faster because I have a better idea of what I'm doing and how to do it, and so it's going a lot faster this time because I know what I'm doing a little bit more. Have a better idea. I didn't have to rip out my triangles like I did the first time. Bye, gang. Have to move on. Get a move on. Thanks again. You're welcome. Thank you for spending time today. Glad to have you here. Shelby says, are they EMP? I don't know what that's referring to. It's the same script writers from David Tennant. Is that why you're not a fan of it? Because you didn't like the writers during David Tennant? I'm curious. Because some people did and some people didn't. So I can understand if you're like, oh, those writers are back again. Totally makes sense. Experience Music Project. So Candy, the museum, yeah, it's the EMP Museum. You're right. Candy, there's a museum in Seattle called the EMP Museum, and it's the Experimental Music Project. And it's all about music and stuff like that. But they also have galleries on Doctor Who, sci-fi. They have some of the Wizard of Oz costumes. They have a whole bunch of music history kind of stuff in there as well. It's a fun museum. If you ever get the chance, go check it out. It's a really fun museum. Boop. Oh, this is one of those triangles. I'm going to switch that triangle out. I accidentally cut a couple of my triangles short, and so I thought I had replaced all of them, but I guess I hadn't. So it's only like a small little, it's only going to be in the seam allowance. It's not going to make that much of a difference. But for the first triangle, I want to make sure that it is on point, if you will. Candy, it just means you'll have to go back. It is the EMP Museum, and it's in a really, really distinct building. It's actually right next to the Pacific Science Center, if I remember correctly. Angela says, I think Grim Life Collective did a video there not too long ago. Yeah, that's going to be in the seam allowance, and that's totally fine. I think I got cookie crumbs on my fabric. Whoops. My bad. Oops, I did it again. Right, distinct is a good word for the building. I kind of like the building. I thought it looked pretty awesome, to be honest, because it's got all those kind of like reflective tiles on them and everything. I don't know. Maybe just me, though. Maybe just me. They went through the sci-fi halls and it all looked it is a really cool museum. I really did enjoy my time there. I went there specifically for the Doctor Who exhibit, but I definitely liked checking everything out. It was really neat. Some really cool exhibits from music history. I think they have the wall. Was it the wall or the cannons from the OK Go music video where they all get sprayed with paint? I think it was the OK Go. I could be wrong though. I feel like I'm flying through this block a little. I mean, I know it's a little easier like once you kind of know what you're doing, but I feel like I'm flying through it pretty quickly. Shelby says, I'm with you. I love the building. It's fun. It is fun. It is a fun building. All right, so we're going to line this up. Be careful. Embroidery is addictive. Watch design stitches out. It can be relaxing and amazing. It can be very relaxing and also be very stressful. It can be really stressful sometimes. I don't like that. I'm gonna try that again. Linda says, you really sew effortlessly, Ian. Your fabric is, you are a fabric engineer. Okay. I don't know about that. Sometimes it fights me, like right now. It's fighting me a little bit. So I'm just gonna redo this part real quick because I don't like how it was coming together. Flip that around, put that down, try it again. I may have to get the clips out. Although the clips are better than the pins. I don't want to get the pins out. Don't make me get the pins out. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Really want to make sure. Okay, I think we'll have it this time. And again, if you said something and I'm not seeing it, I do apologize. I want to get this. I want to focus in on this and get this nice edge, nice seam. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna get a really nice seam here. Carrie Quilt says, see you next time. See you next time, Carrie. Glad you could spend the day here. Katrina says, my old embroidery machine would take notions and skip down 3/8 and continue. Uh-oh. I love hand embroidery. I don't know if I'd like an embroidery machine. Ooh, that point is so nice. It's so nice. I love it. Meh, it's fine. I just looked and I think I attached it in the wrong place because it shows the darker pink should have been here. Whatever, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's my quilt. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. What did Lori say? Laura, he needs to get that shirt for We Sew Too. Which one, Wayne? I'm curious. Which shirt are you talking about? Which shirt? I'm so curious. I hate when I miss comments because I'm like, I want to know what's being said. Oh, that wasn't a way to sew that on. Oops, oh well. I attached the wrong side because the cut side is the side that I have at the moment, which I'll have to trim the point when it's time to put it all together. I'll have to trim that point a little bit to make sure that it's exactly how I want it lined up. It'll make lining everything up a lot easier, but that will be in the future. That's a future Ian problem. That's not a now Ian problem. Fabric engineer. Oh yeah, that would be a good one. That would be a good shirt. All right, there we go. There is this block. Let me press it really quickly, and then we're done. Sweet. That part did not take long at all. It went once you got to know what you're doing, it goes pretty quickly. Goes pretty fast. Oh, love how flat these are coming out. These are coming out really, really flat. All right, let's take a look at it. So there we go. There is one. And see you later, Mike. Thanks for spending the day over here. Here is 1 and 2. So we worked on both of these blocks today, and we're done. Look at that. And we're just under, like literally 1 minute away from 2 hours. So it did not take me long to put that second one together once I knew what I was doing. Did not take long at all. All right, cool. Kelly says, Ian, have you started your By Annie, a place for everything yet? Do you know what you will be using it for? I have not started that one. I probably will not start that until after I move because I feel like that's going to be a pretty big project to work on. And I really, I'm trying to ramp down projects and get them finished. So I'm trying to finish my projects that I'm working on so that way I'm not having to move a whole bunch of pieces, which could get lost, could get shuffled, you know, all the things. So could be, it's like, ooh, I don't know about that. So I'm not really starting any projects right now. It will, I'll probably do it once I get to my new location. Donnell is here and says, hello, Ian. Hey, good to see you. Linda says, I have a border to add to a quilt top. Back to Rosie for me. Awesome. Karen says, your points turned out. I'm honestly, Karen, I'm kind of surprised at how well the points turned out. I am like super excited with how well the points turned out. So it's kind of like, whose line is it anyways? The points don't matter. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys for hanging around with me while I worked on month 5. May or may not be a live stream next week. If there is a live stream, it's just going to be me kind of hanging out and chatting with Leo Ransom. If you want to see that, leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to see that, and I'll see if I can egg him on and get him to come on live with me again. If not, I will still make sure to put up the next clue on that form. You can check out that form to see the next clue. And the week after, I will be working on month 6 for gravity. So we'll tackle, what is the next block? The next block is ultraviolet. So we'll be tackling ultraviolet next month, or next live stream, where we're going to be working on the gravity quilt kit. Thank you guys for joining me today. I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for spending the time with me here. Appreciate your support. Love you lots. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and mother-like figures and aunts and all that kind of stuff. Hope to see you next time. And remember, guys, normal, it's just a setting on the dryer. I'll see y'all next time, everyone. Bye.